So it's 7 o'clock, Thursday, August 1st. Gonna do a review, and just like study live and record it for anybody who watch. All right, so enormous drop. Not catch very much of it. Caught a random short here. I mean, it wasn't random. Felt like we were pulling back, but random short in here that went 140-ish points before I got stopped out. Before the trail stop got hit. This like huge 10-minute candle here. It's crazy. It's 110 point 10-minute candle pullback right into the 10-minute 9 area. So, so right into the 10-minute 9 EMA area. Why does that look? Okay, I guess it is the same. All right. So this is the trade that I really missed because I felt like we didn't pull back hard enough. I don't know why I felt that way. Oh, what it was. This was a short trade to take right here. Previous day low. Screenshot. Trade setups. Previous day low, breaking big. Q. Hesitated and did not take this trade because I felt like we had. So essentially I just forgot about what's low can go lower. On the 2-minute chart. On the 2-minute, there was great risk between the 9 and the 20, so this is what's even more frustrating here. Not the short. So the orb low breaking like this one. I was on voice and I said here that I was not expecting, but more or less like kind of hoping for a pullback closer to here. But instead, we got this pullback in here. So this is the gap fill breaking base on golden zone of the gap. So this is gap up, bearish gap fill. Extended from all EMA. So. I'm just trying to log these. database. People. Yeah. Okay. So then looking back further, so this was the news cam. Following sweep. And so I think it's important to just calling out the London Orb High sweep because I didn't recognize its significance at the time. But once the London Orb High was set, it was never broken after, like, you had the orb high at 3:22 a.m. and then it was never broken. So this was a sweep, and at the same time there were actions on VIX and on ES that I remember. So I'm just calling it out because, like, the simultaneous events all pointed towards the short, but I think I was just a little bit still long bias because, you know, it pulled back down to VWAP. It put it in like a pretty strong candles pushing up. This one was a little bit weaker. Like, that was really your first warning sign. But I think because I had the charts laid out, and I'm not making excuses, but genuinely think that because I had the charts laid out a little bit differently to be on stream versus the way I normally have them set up, I missed this subtle detail right here that we closed right at the London Orb High. This is the news candle. My Orb High closes right on London. London Orb High. When nothing closed over, and then it had such a bearish CBC flip. There's your bearish CBC flip. I know it's on the 2-minute, but it was pretty nasty rejection, right? Went from 681 down to 26, 55-point drop, and nothing to stop at. They were telling something. I really thought we were going to crack into this gap down area from 724 gap down. All right, so I got London Orb High here. I got this. I got this. Okay. London Orb High sweep. Right before news prints. Simultaneous. ES at 5600 and VIX was market low FOBO. Yes. Two-minute, but do this right. So subtle, but this is multiple things are happening. You see the big move presenting itself. And I caught a different short this week too. When I saw, I don't know if it was this one. Maybe not. No, it was this. Yeah, this double bottom right here. Anyways, back to NQ. So we'll get that one in there. And I need all this. This was gap fill as well, and 5600. Gap fill 600 cyclo. Sweep right before news. All right, back to NQ. One last one too. Didn't really. I didn't respond well to this as like a VWAP break in base, but what I really missed also was the EMAs like flipping. But the EMAs had not flipped. Like the EMAs don't flip until this candle's like right here. The EMAs have not flipped. So I want to just point this out as, you know, we have VWAP, breaking base, EMAs, pinching, about to flip, they flip after next. Candles print. Breaking base under belly button, if you will. Here it is. I'm gonna look at it on the 2. Sellers decisively in control after news. So this is the news candle. We see CBC flips short on the 5, pulls back into it, they sell the body. This is the 10-minute flip, right? Because the 10-minute candle closes here. So it's a big 10-minute flip. They pull back and sell the body because remember, this is the body from here on the 10. They sell the body right there and it goes. So five with the 2. Yeah, this 2-minute candle kind of threw me off because it closed over VWAP. That's the one that really threw me off because they had this rejection, and this one closed higher. And I know it closed like right on this level, but that one did. And then of course when it sailed down, this was the good entry here on the 2. So optimal 2-minute entry. Because at least I have good risk there. If I get in right around the 2-minute 9, you know, if I can get in at 80, it's still a lot, but 81, oh my god. points that little wick. But the consistent portion here is they sell the body, like the golden zone of this candle gets sold. And it's tough because it doesn't flip CPC short. I mean, I know we're on the 2, but I guess it's still short on the 10. Full 2-minute entry. 2-minute 9 EMA. And hold. Jeez. Candle. I don't like usually mark the golden zones. I might like eyeball it. Just 2 and then so we do the same thing if we put this fib. There we go. There's our optimal 10-minute entry. Optimal 2-minute entry. 10-minute CBC flip. Then just sorry people tagged me in it. Where did you guys? Oh, there we go. All right. Let me reactivate the stream. Sorry, any better? I don't know, can you see this? All right. This initial balance candle faked me out too. A little bit. Because this, I mean, here's the initial balance low. I mean, it did close below it, but it was just the way it chopped. I thought we might actually like kind of pull back a little bit more into that 10-minute 200. What's up, GT? I didn't realize you're in there, man. What's up? So this gap is filled. 35. I can't remember who it was who sent me the tips on my keyboard this morning, but thank you. I think it was Evergreen. Oh, so the close of this candle. So we closed at 19:27. Here we go. So this is an unfilled gap down here. This was a large gap fill right here. Cut through that butter. This zone didn't quite work, but we bounced from here at 866. At 866. Oh, the open, okay. This was the open, I think, following AMD's earnings. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it stops a little bit short of the open of this candle, but I do remember saying to everybody, and this is an important thing to note too, right? So when you have this big move down, you're on the 10, first 10-minute CBC flip, second 10-minute CBC flip, third 10-minute CBC flip. They buy the body this time. Fails. It goes over the 10-minute 20, which doesn't look like a whole lot, but this is 18,926 to... I mean, this candle would have shaken you out. So let's just call it from... This is 100 points. 100 pointer right here. From somewhere in this body up here is easily 80 points. It's crazy. Some of these little itty bitty pixels are a whole lot of money. Like I said, I grabbed a short in over here at 19,111, I think it was. I feel like it must have been on this candle because I don't think it went more than 7 or 8 against me. I think it went 10 against me. But anyways, it went, you know, friggin' one. All right. Look at some higher time for Q stuff. Go to a clear journal. You just see. So hourly charts, looking for this gap fill. We'll go chart. And this, there we go, nice and big. Okay, so here's where we are today. Up and down, literal round trip in 2 days. Literal round trip. So that leaves us with this gap. This is a gap up from 6.5 that is not filled. Because here it is. And then we scrolling. Sick. I have no. Why is this like an orange bar down here? What am I looking at? Bar. How did I draw that? I think this drawing got messed up because I think, yeah, I think I'm looking for the interaction in these wicks here at the bottom of this gap. Yeah, hard to see. It's any better, but all right. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for is the interaction in these wicks here. So that let's adjust it slightly, but regardless, this whole gap, they only came down a little bit, right? So there's a lot of this gap going back over that's not tested, right? This is the same 802. You look over here where they came down. This is 799. So actually below on that. Exactly 18,800, right? So if this low breaks, I'm looking for this fill. right? Because we did fill the gap here, 18,938. Okay, and then obviously upside, we could go anywhere to the upside. 10-minute 200. It's right here. Tried to base on it, pushed up, first interaction, we knife through it. So depending on how long it takes, we have where VWAP ends up here at 283. VWAP ended. All right, I'm just gonna put that there because I want to be able to. I want to be looking for that. So let's look over that. And ES now. I thought that's enough NQ. Okay. ES trades. ES, I mean, just freaking sold off. So there's the London Open. So now this gap is filled. So what happened with this gap is right here. Let me delete the other one for a second. Okay. So this gap exists from 724's gap down. So 724's gap down, looking to see this interaction and expected this, you know, in terms of bearishness, right? Bearishness, right? Comes all the way down quite low, holds, and holds, pushes up, fills the gap. Once the gap is filled, it rejects. I thought we might see this. Then this is today's gap up here. That gets filled. 8/1. Gap up. That gets filled. And then, oh shit. Whoops. Good. Gap also. Everything filled. Good. All the gaps are filled up here because there were 2 gaps. There was this one here from 724, and then 2 days prior on 722, we had a gap up. Golden zone test of that gap, bounced right off the 50% fib, which is like also this overnight high here as well. So it's double bounce there, puts in a nasty looking doji there on the 30-minute chart, and it just really reverses hard. And then we gapped. What we did was we just gapped over and through the remainder of the gap. So I was looking to see around the 50% mark what would happen when we came down. But we just came all the way through. The 50% mark here, same thing. Like this is the golden zone of this gap yesterday, and it's, you know, a little shy of touching the end of those wicks. I thought we might push a little bit more, but we did get the rejection out of that same area like I thought. Came back, held the 100%, which is the start of that gap, and then out of it. So keeps that level. And opens. Sorry. Reclaim the orb low. Holds a 10-minute EMA flip. Flip it long off the open. Right into previous day high. Still pull. Pushes up. Back to day high. Back up. This is the news candle. CBC flips. It's all she wrote. This one's not as far as a pullback. But the EMAs are crossing. 10-minute EMA. So 10-minute CBC flip. Sell the body. Under VWAP. So VWAP, breaking base. EMAs are pinching and about to cross. They cross later. Next. Because remember, they're not going to be crossed live. And again, VIX was really key here. Go over that in a minute. Down. Days cap up. Oh, this was nice. I just 10-minute right into the 2-minute EMA. So this is the 2-minute EMA, like flip and dip, right? Because they flipped and then pull back. 2-minute EMA, flip and pull back. Right. We can delete this now, delete this now, delete this now, delete this now. And from there, what do you get? You don't get market low. You don't get a clean breaking base on pre-market low either, or previous day low. Not on the 2 or the 5, right? Previous day low, no. But on the 10. This is not very good. In my opinion, 10 knives through it. Knives through the 10-minute 200. I mean, this shit was just cooking all day. This was a hard one. It was definitely a hard one. I could see somebody have gone like still 10 points, 8 points. I could see somebody having gone short here and taken a stop. You know, to be honest, if somebody told me they took a short right here, I mean it's pretty clear actually zoomed in. So you have a few bullish candles and then you put in this candle, you doji, and then you put in, like, clearly putting in a higher low. So to take a short right here, following a micro higher low, you got to be expecting a micro higher high, which is exactly what you get. So this isn't a short, this is a long. This is like maybe poor considering the sentiment, but like this is just micro market structure, right? And then, like, you know, this pulls back, you know, where does it pull back into, right? Obviously you have like a bunch of tight bodies candles like right here, pretty good, you know, like you only have one right here. This was a little bit of, you know, this was about 10 minutes of sideways consolidation. So like if I on the 2, then if I go same thing on a 10, yeah, you know, 10. So like you see this was, you know, the last like bullish zone, right? So the bulls were here. This is where they tried to hold and they failed, right? So stop out, break even, 5-minute 9. That's actually not bad considering, but first 5-minute 9 tap worked. Oh, sorry, 10-minute 9 tap work. Second 10-minute 9 tap work. So this is your first CBC flip, first pullback right here. So first pullback, and then second pullback worked, third one didn't. Right, so 10-minute 9 EMA pullbacks. First and second one worked. Third failed. So I'm going to do this. I don't think I did exactly. There we go. There too. Get back. All right, so let's look at VIX. I want to see, I need to look at some bigger time frame stuff on VIX, and I missed something today that I saw much later in the day. So let me go. Okay. This is a random gap up high here. $419. $419. Happened up. Oh, this was there was some news and the whole market tanked overnight. I remember being at the Matt Rife, whatever the frig his name is, comedy show. Yeah, look at in Q on 419. Remember that. Yeah, because it would be, yep, yeah. This is it right here. This is it. Huge sell-off, and then recovery, and then it sold again. I remember this now. Either way, the fact that it's freaking weird, all the way up there. So this is the only gap up here. Ultimately gapped up and filled here. So that would have been there. So we did just sweep this high. Up this up. That's where the market started to turn. Okay, so market starts to turn there, but we're ahead of ourselves. Yeah, bro. Oh shit, with that fucking thing, dude. You know what? I'm using my mod privileges right now. Gone. This friggin' guy. Okay, sweet. What timing though, right? What timing? What? Friggin' didn't like what timing though, right? You know, just as like we're due to have the another 10-minute EMA pullback. Right, because this was the first 10-minute EMA pullback right here. Here was your second. And then there's your third one. Let those flips. So marking your 10-minute EMA pullback. 1, 2. Each number represents a 10-minute EMA pullback on. Yes. You can cross-reference those. Okay. So, start of the day though. Pre-market low sweep. Right before news. And this wasn't the previous day close. Should have been. Doesn't matter. I mean, it kind of does. So here you have previous day close, gap filled. EMAs are pinching and going to cross. Price action is very bullish. Bad for market. Failed to break down under key level 16. So that's the other thing. Right? So you fail to break under 16, like actually break down. And that's what happened. The whole market. But you know, I know some people think that the technicals don't work on VIX, but this shit's working like fire lately. Keep running until it doesn't. Alright, so now we're up here. There. And this just kept going. Like, I know I was on voice. For anybody who wasn't on voice this morning, I was on voice talking about, okay, we're over 16.5. We're over the 10-minute 200. You know, sort of sits back down on the 10-minute 200 and takes off. This candle here, I know that this is the 1020 candle. I know if we go down to like the 2-minute chart, it did this here. So 1020 pushes up, it pulls back a little bit, and then ultimately it closes like damn near highs and closes over pre-market highs. So this was a little itty bitty pullback at 1024, right? Where you first break over that high and you pull back. similar to like this, where it first broke down under here and it pulled back, and then it tried to break down again, and then it popped, right? So like first attempt, second attempt. So it really failed twice here. If you look on the 2-minute, where here it went once, and then the next time it didn't fail, it kept going. So, you know, at 1024, if we, I'm just gonna put this on a, oh, no, not the one I want. I'm trying to find a better one, but here, 2-minute chart. Here's 1024 right here. Know this. Here's your little pullback. Then it goes. So if we go over to S thing, same time frame, 1024, right there. Knew it was a green candle. VIX was gray, essentially red. Pulls back into your 10-minute. This isn't even the 10-minute. Sorry, the 2-minute 9.5. It's a very, very weak pullback. 52, or sorry, goes from 55, 53 up here to a high of 55, 62. So this is nearly 10 points. Anybody who caught that probably felt great about their little 8-point scalp or whatever long, only for the next candle to come in and knife down 11 points. And you realize quickly that, shoot, you're on the wrong side of the trade. This was the previous day close though too, so like you got a little bit of a bounce off of like the close, like it went through it. It bounced a little bit, but it just went nowhere. Two times you failed to close over it, so you never actually get over the wicks either. The wicks are even, can't get over that wick. Sellers are holding. No good. So back to VIX. Okay, so on the hourly, really breaking out. It's holding the hourly 200. Long period of consolidation. Wait a second. Trying to. Here we go. Looks like this. I don't know if anyone else sees it. And handle. That's prettier. Look at me go. This is not good for the bulls. So definitely no bueno. We go back to that 1 hour chart. Look. Oh, look for sure. Oh. Drawing set. Alert. Kind of below 34. 30. Note. Oh shit for bulls. Look out. This also doesn't look so hot either right here. Really using the hell out of this. Because like you see where like this is why this alert is here, right? It's on this pivot. So I mean you could say the pivot's anywhere, right? But if you want to say the pivot's there on the hourly chart, it is a really nice hourly pivot. So you see just how we were holding these lows, we fill this gap, we push up, and then we sit down on this. So this does look primed to take another move up, especially if NFP doesn't come in too hot tomorrow. 30. All right, we'll check that out. Publish pretty quick. Damn, it's already been an hour. I don't know. I didn't even really look at any singular names in order to like trade them today. I've been really primarily just trying to focus on futures. Feel like the ease of use without having to go and pick contracts and you don't know how they're going to move. It's so much easier with futures trying to trade options. Goes Amazon. Through this gap twice and out. Yes. Okay, so this is a gap up from 425. Right here, where the gap wasn't filled. In regular trading hours, that's all I care about. Now we're way underneath. I would not be at all surprised to see this retrace, and it's going to continue. Look at the daily chart. Second time basing outside of this channel. So this is a year-long channel almost. It's October of last year. And now it's sitting like right around here. So there is another enormous gap below. Has not been potential for 150. Oh boy, that's where we're going. If this is going to continue, because this is already here. Here's your daily 200 as possible. Probably put this here. I mean, I'll make it larger, but I mean, obviously, otherwise the upside targets we have an unfilled gap right here. to Apple. Okay. Wish these had names like you could see it like in the old. Daily 325 SMA targets. How long has it been since an SMA? Oh wow. Here. 5/26/23. By the time we hit that, it might gonna be 16, 17 months. Okay. I just want to peek test the daily real quick. Yeah. Back to the banana 325 SMA. And daily 50 EMA. So, but there's a gap here. Yeah. A lot going on. Back to this. The Apple, because it's a big name tonight. Gap here. Unfilled here. 185. What this kind? I mean, this kind of has this look to it. I don't know if that's a thing, if this one's supposed to be higher or lower. I can't remember. I feel like if it's inverted, this one should be higher. Maybe this one shouldn't be as high. Where is this actually? Right where it closed. It didn't go anywhere. Okay. 50 SMAs coming up here. 50 EMAs coming up. It does kind of look like this, maybe, if it's going to keep going. But if not... There's this, though. One gap up. Potential. Okay. Where's I just frantically checked the computer screen to make sure this was still recording. I knew I'd seen this before. What does this chart look like? Like the chart we were just on. It looks a lot like that. Does anybody else see that? Am I like imagining that, or does it look like that? Hmm. AMD sitting on that banana 325. For all of you who are in here, all 5 of you, y'all being real quiet. All 9 of you. Y'all got anything to say? Any questions? Any thoughts? Man. See how he's sitting right on the daily 200. Oh. What up, Tilting? Oh, GT, is this any better, bro? He's in the spirit realm now. Is this any better? Can you hear me better? No, you couldn't hear me? Oh, you were talking? Bro. It could just be my thing. Let's try now. Nothing. You're gonna blow out my eardrums when it finally works. So, I don't think it's. I mean, maybe it's. Nah, I still can't hear him. I can't hear Han. Like I see Han's off mute. Awesome profile picture Han's got, by the way, with that VHS tape of oh shit, what's that freaking called? I can't think of it. Keanu Reeves, Patrick Swayze, surfing movie, Rob Banks, Point Break. Freaking awesome movie. Yeah, GT, I'm sorry, bro. I can't hear you. Like, I don't know if you want to try it again or something, but I can't freaking hear you. I'm sorry. SMCI, though, when they have earnings next week, after market close on the 6th. Not good. I wasn't saying much anyways. Alright, get on here, bro. We'll work on the math skills. Bro, Meta? Oh my god. Disgusting. Disgusting. Interestingly enough, though, this shit was crazy. So on Meta, you have this gap right here, 512. It knifes all the way through it and it comes back and closes right on it. So this whole gap got filled, and this is a gap down from 711 to 712. So now it's filled. Go. Then this one, the 724 gap down, and it just gapped right over it. Huh. 724 gap actually over. Now though, you have this huge earnings gap up. Oh damn. Now this one might actually be okay. They hit the golden zone of the gap and they pushed out of it. See if that's gonna hold. Yep. Okay. Overlapping wicks. Gaps filled. This is a gap down. This gap was filled. 7-11 high of day. Nope. 545. 543 is highs. $45 move, but not out of the realm of possibility. This is just crazy 35-point candle though. Oh my god, what a short. What a short. These contracts must have went ballistic. After they absolutely obliterated people's value on the puts. They probably shook out countless people because the puts got obliterated from this move, only for it to go back and probably not be too bad. I mean, obviously the different contracts, right? Because you were in down here, you know, you were probably taking 460 puts. You wouldn't be taking 460 puts at 526, but anybody in puts got obliterated, and then they came halfway back down. A little more than halfway back down. Yeah, they came. Yeah, so that's Meta. I don't know what the hell else is left. Microsoft. Big gap here. Gap over a gap. There's another gap here. It's not drawn. Now filled. Didn't come back up to the close. Keeps going. This 200. 400. I think that thumbs up. Studying for the night. The big thing was really the futures trades. I get why I'm. Bro, what? Oh, I thought this was today. This one right here. Like, what on earth happened over here today? Shit, that would have been funny. All right, so yeah, there was a regular market hours gap up here. Same thing. 726 gap up was into Friday. This gap did not get filled. They swept under the last week's low. They did not fill the gap. No, last week's low. 1 second. This week, this is last week's high. This is last week's. Okay. Oh, this has got the potential for an outside week. Gone more than 50% of the way through. Like it went over. It's gone more than 50% of the way through. So I wonder how this is. Duplicate this. Damn. Oops. If it ends up being like equidistant, it would be this would be nasty Friday. This is like another 700 points. But even still, from where it is, this is 700 points from where it is. But just to make an outside week, it would have to come down like 300 points, which is less than 1 day. Interesting. That was to play out like that. Bullish push into the close there. Well, same thing. Yeah. Okay. Of course, I mean, like, it just as easily retraced. There's Wednesday's lows. 10-minute 200, VWAP, same things. Tuesday VWAP. Just in case I want to do. But trade setups. Gosh, this was so clean here. Not this. What did I just have? Oh, this is the 512 cloud. That's what's off of. Damn. This one knifed first. This one knifed first. Like the story up here. Then we go to here. Oh. I wouldn't have been looking at that. I wouldn't have been. This is why I don't like. No, because I'm not looking at like FOMC, following FOMC meeting, drop, golden zone, retrace, short. As for Lee, boy, there's not a whole lot on the 10. Your first, here's your first CBC flip here. Right at 12 o'clock. ES has the same one. So does NQ. Second one's at 1350. 1350. NQ and ES have the same exact one. Fine. Wait till you touch the EMA. So when you get to 10 minutes CBC flip, touch the EMAs. Shorts. And yeah, so this is actually the 2-minute period time. That's what's up. I can work with that. 10-minute flips, and you get this 2-minute 50 interaction both times. This one, of course, being the better short, but 616, 100, 5 points per, $500. 500. That's fine. That's a $500 move in 6 minutes. Okay. Screenshot bad boy. Whoa. What is this test? What is this test? Okay, so 10-minute CBC flip into 9, 10, 10 May. 2-minute back into 2-minute 50. Both amazing. Yeah, that we can work with. On NQ, didn't give you the same sort of look. Handle it flips, but it's in there and you could risk the 50. This one, not the same, but in there you could 35 points. All right, well, it's not always going to line up perfect, so I'm still going to screenshot it and it has the same look. Building more practice with cataloging trades. And I'll show you guys like what this looks like real quick. I'll probably do like a formal session on something to help you guys out after watching rips, but I kind of read that. But yes, ES was the same fucking thing. Yes. Oh, see, this is good. This is good. This is good. Excited. I'm excited. Han, this is how you can get in on those fucking bearish days, dude. Look at this. This shit, this is what's up. Can't hear you if you try to talk to me. I like this one just because you get the next one and then they come back up and they kind of sell the body and start selling off. Even if you took it short at like 11, like once you see like, okay, bearish reaction and then, you know, they're selling it off. Man, from 11, dude, God, that's like 15, that's 14, 15 points before you even know it. A $500 bill. Easy. This one is crazy too because you could, if like, you could have the bid like sitting right there, just sitting, waiting. 79, risking 2 points. It's worth the try, especially with more back testing, but 2-pointer risk. Let's just say you get in right here at 79, not the top, but yeah, shit, we'll move it down to 78. Say you get in at 78. That's 10 points, dude. That's 10 points in 4 minutes. Yo, shit. That's pretty solid. That's definitely pretty solid. I know that's the way this looks, though. Sometimes this is the hardest one to take because you get this bullish right into the EMAs and they're faking you out, but the first pullback and it's the second pullback. The EMAs are too wide. It's going to take too much. It's going to take too much time. They try to hold it here and then they failed. All right. Nope. Okay. Yeah, so basically like I'll move this into work. All right, so basically like bring anything out of the way. All right, so like I just have like trade setups and then I have just different tickers that I'm charting and obviously I got to keep expanding this more and then so all I did like under trade setups today was like 10-minute 90 EMA pullbacks, first and second one worked, third one failed, right? So just like notes and then the pictures, it's just copying and pasting them in. So they're separated by ticker and then they're separated like in just in terms of like all of the trade setups, so to speak, would go in here. So like technically speaking, I got this, you know, what I just did for ES, right? Set up. Need to put ES slash NQ because it's the same thing, and YM. So it's a little bit cumbersome. I'm sure I could do it easier, figure it out. But anyways, like I'll have all three. So then like if I go up into the search bar and I just start searching for like 10-minute CBC flip, like here they are, like different examples will come up. So it'll be easy to like help study and that shit. What I got going on. It's nothing fancy. No. Before you ask, no, I'm not inviting anybody else to my room. I'm not doing any of that. We are not going to have any rumors or problems. I ain't doing any of that shit. Alright? I'm not hawking a crystal ball over here and claiming that I'm sort of fabled being from the Matrix. Bro. What the? Maple alerted? How did I miss this? And I gotta get off of this. Maple alert. Alert. Shit. Oh shit. He alerted the bill breaker. A minute was short. Pulls back, flips back down low. That was a good one. 25-point gain, he said. Dang. Dang, 25-pointer. Dude. $40. Oh my god. A trade. Trade. That's ranging them. Alright, well, I was just really just doing it impromptu, guys. I just wanted to get on and do some studying, and do some charting and start logging trades. So keep doing this every night. I don't know if I'll be live every night, but keep doing this as possibly can and just keep hammering away at it. So I'll get this video posted shortly.